All right, onward and upward. So now that we understand how to play the drum set, what the beats are for, what the fills are for, let's try to get a little bit more advanced with what we're doing. So we're going to introduce some new notes. These notes are called 16th notes. There's two of them. The first one is counted as E, and the second one is counted as So the E's follow the numbers. So we have 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. The U's always follow the ands. So anda, 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 anda. When we put them together, what we have is we have 1E anda. So the full run, 1E anda, 2E anda, 3E anda, 4E anda. That would be the whole run of all the 16th notes. That is what we're going to do in number 1. On the snare drum, we're going to play 1E anda, 2E anda, 3E anda, 4E anda. Now what you want to do is you want to go right, left, so make sure you're alternating. Notice also that the 16th notes, they use 2 lines. The 8th notes, we had 1 line. The quarter notes, we had no lines. Those lines help us identify what notes we're playing. So whenever you see the 2 lines, you know that you're doing a 16th note. So let's try number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try to put that in a beat now. So let's put those 16th notes onto the hi-hat. You're gonna have just your right hand this time play the 16th notes. So your hi-hat's gonna be the 1E anda. And then notice that on the 2 and the 4, you still have that hi-hat. This will come important later. This will make more sense. So let's try number 2. 1E anda, 2E anda, 3E anda, 4E anda. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, 3, very, very similar to number 2, but number 2, we had the bass drum on 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and remove that. So let's just put the bass drum on 1 and 3. So let's try beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So far we've used both 16th notes, the E and the but we don't need both of them. We can use just the E or we can use just the before we use both. But now let's try playing with just one of them. So in number 4, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play just the E. Now if you remember, the E follows the number, which means that it's in between the 1 and the and. So what I have is I have 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. Notice that I'm not going straight in it like before with the 1E and a 2, because even though we're not using the it still exists. So we have to wait for it. 1E and, 2E and. Did you see that little pause there? So let's try that on the snare drum. Once again, let's make sure we're alternating our sticks. 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So that's the E. Now let's try it with just the The follows the and. So what we have now is we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Notice just like before with the E, where we don't go straight in, we don't go 1 and We have a little bit of a break there because that E, even though it's not being played, still exists. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, let's try that on the snare drum. Make sure you're alternating your sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay, so let's try putting that on the drum set now. Number 6, let's try it with the E's. 1 E N, 2 E N, 3 E N, 4 E N. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now let's try it with the U's. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Now we have some new notes, the 16th notes. So let's see how we can play those notes in beats and fills. Stick with us, and we're going to put the 16th notes on the snare drum in some of the beats.